Today we're talking about how easy it is for maintenance on a Beetle.
Hey. You're awfully busy with that swishy.
Just clean it up a little bit, get the rain off of it. She was outside last night.
Uh-oh. All right. So this is not a car that we restored.
No, this is not.
But we've been doing a little bit of TLC.
Maintenance and TLC and getting some stuff right on it. But she had a problem last night. And so I got delivered about 11:30, maybe 12.
Oh boy.
So nobody here to receive it, obviously.
It's actually perfect timing because I wanted to ask you a question about how hard is it to maintain, one of these classic VWs.
And compared to what? I mean, like a modern car?
Yeah.
There's no computer plugged in to tell you what's wrong.
Right.
So like on this one, this wasn't even a maintenance item. This was throttle cable.
Yeah.
Came loose at the pedal, which is not something we had touched, but we got it fixed for.
But how about maintenance? Like, I know you've always said you can't just hop in and take off.
No, before you drive, check your oil. And if you drive it enough, then you're going to get the feel by the seat of your pants if the cars sound right or doesn't sound right or feels right or something feels off.
There's a new noise.
The biggest thing on these is oil change every 3,000 miles, adjust your valves, and keep an eye on them. These cars are prone to drop valve seats if you don't do that, and that'll ruin your engine.
Oh.
But by adjusting the valves every 3,000 miles, you actually can keep a record of what the adjustment is, and you can tell when a valve seat's about ready to drop.
Oh, great.
So it's just simple tune-ups. It's spark, ignition, and fuel, and that's it.
Yeah.
So they're pretty simple. I like keeping them clean and stuff because that maintains the paint. But
yes.
Other than that, it's pretty darn easy. So
that's great.
Don't overthink it.
Don't overthink it.
No.
There you go. There you have it, folks.
That's my answer for today. So
all right.
Let's go find out what's going on. I'm just stuck back here. Hey, Garrett.
What's going on in the shop? We're so squished in here.
Well, you were gone all last week.
Did you have a good vacation at least?
It was all right. I don't know if it was a vacation. I needed a vacation when I came back from vacation.
Yeah.
So.
That happens.
We had 14 grandkids crawling all over my head the whole time. So.
Literally 14. Oh.
But yeah, it was all right. It was good to get away some, I guess. But then you gotta get caught up when you get back. So.
Yeah.
We're still really
in the squish mode.
And just standing here waiting on parts mode still.
Yeah. Pretty much everything in here, right?
Wait on the headliner. Can't do nothing.
All right, there's Riley waiting. Gazzo waiting. Axles. Herbie.
We're waiting on some studs that we got a wheel stud problem with, putting his wheels back on. His wheels and tires are back, and his brakes are on there, and we're having an issue with getting the wheels on there because everything's custom on that thing.
Oh boy.
So we're doing that. And Cabral, we're still working on him. Rusty is in here.
All right.
He hasn't been in here in a while, but he's in here because we need to move him out there to work on another car.
Yeah.
So Rusty actually is really close to being done. So there's only 2 pieces of metal to put back on Rusty. It's the luggage tray, which goes right here, and then the pan that goes up under the pedals up in front. And those are the only 2 pieces of metal besides hanging it's just hanging there. It's not welding, but that's the only 2 things that need to be welded on here, and it'll be done. So literally he has a day's worth of work left on this, and then we can't do anything till the air ride gets here.
It's really a metal miracle.
Yeah, so then we'll be sitting there waiting on the air ride to come. When air ride comes in, we've got to notch the frame out and do a couple things. Still not a lot though, but it's closer than it looks. And then from there, it's going to go to blast, and then it'll be his for a long time because there's a lot of body work to do on it.
It's a lot of body.
And then when it comes out of body work, there'll be a lot of work to do on it too, because we've got a lot of stuff going on at the same time. So the whole rag top rails and everything went out to get rebuilt, and we'll get the rag top obviously made when it gets closer. We've got all the windows here and stuff for it, so the glass is here. So once it goes to glass and gets painted, we can, you know, we got all the seats here, I believe. Yeah, all the seats are here. And a lot of his parts. So once it comes back from blast and paint, we'll be ready to roll on that too. So we actually had a lot of those parts for a while, but there's some other stuff we'll have to get. But anyway, so he's here.
All right, that's great.
Range, I'm working on range now, mocking up his rag top, which I have to actually make it because apparently there wasn't one in existence in 52. I don't know. I still haven't figured that out. But anyways.
Okay.
I'm having to mock up his rag top, and I'm making one out of a different material before we mess up his material.
Right. Okay.
And so I'm.
That's smart.
It's a long walk back to range, but he's in the back, but that's where that's at.
Yeah.
And let's see what else is going on back there. I think that's it back there. That's Miss Farrell's car that you guys were talking about, and it actually got. So it was here. If y'all remember the video a couple weeks ago, and they went home.
Yeah.
And she had a little problem, but it also got hit.
Recently?
Yeah, it got hit while she had since she took it home.
Oh, you're kidding
I don't even think Spook knows right. I was just on the phone with her before the video came, and that's why it took a minute with the video. But yeah, it got hit right here. And they don't even know. They just came out. It was like that pushed the bumper in and hit it right there.
Oh.
So yeah, she had just you remember she just bought this car. She went and got the car in Athens and asked if we would look over it. You know, she brought it to us. We looked over it and told her what's wrong with it. She went back there and told them and bought the car and then brought it here to have the work done. And we did all this little mechanical work and adjustments and this and that. And then she took it for her first inaugural ride and then parked it in a parking lot, her and husband, and that happened. So, yeah.
Oh, that's
anyways,
just awful.
She said, I said, well, your homework tonight is to watch the movie, the original Herbie. There's just problems. Little things pop up all the time. That happens. So we'll figure out something on that. I don't know what she's going to do about that, but anyway, so that's why that's the second reason it's bad.
Yeah.
So we could show this. So this is the actual rag material for range. We haven't talked about range in a while. So this is his actual material for his rag top, and we got it. I took, instead of messing this up, there's a little bit of customizing to do. There's a lot of tucking and cutting that you have to do for the rails and stuff. So I took another piece of material so I could get that all right before we just go whacking apart this piece of material. So.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
Good.
So, and then plus we'll have because they're kind of standard. I'm learning, but it's a little, there's a little learning process to a lot of these things because when they made it way back in the day, they didn't make it so that you could redo it.
Oh yeah,
so.
sure.
Anyway, that's that on that. So we'll go out here and look at Mr. Hardin's 57 Beetle. So there it is. And I know we've been following it a little bit. And he hasn't had a whole lot going because he was kind of waiting in the queue behind Mr. Hersher's car, which is the one that's in the booth. Did you go see it in the booth painted, or he was in the middle?
Yeah, he's in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah, so that one's in the booth getting painted. It's a 60 VW. This is a 57. It looked like there's moving around. We get lost sometimes. Just got to this is the way I can identify real quick the oval. So this one he had to put a whole new rear apron on it.
Yeah.
So he did that. It's roughed in. He ain't finished that. Had to do some work up here. Let's see, going around here. He had to put in some new carpet rails that hold Dale, so he had to hand make those.
Wow.
Because they're not available apparently. So both A-pillars from here down, as you can see, he had to do, that's all new parts. They were rusted completely out. They wouldn't even touch it if you guys remember and look back in the video. So he's just now got those grafted in and he'll grind that all down, get that smooth, and those are structural now.
Really good.
So we still got a little bit back there. Up here he did, put the whole spare tire nose in. That's new. And now he's going through and over the years, all these VWs, somebody decided it was a good idea to drill a hole and put a light here or that. So this man wants it back to original. So you have to go through and actually look back and see what holes are supposed to be there and what aren't, and go and fill in the holes that aren't supposed to be there for whatever reason they put them in there, and then get that all smoothed out. So he's going through and doing that. And then we didn't talk about the convertible out back, which we've looked at, that 67 convertible that's getting ready to go glass, but we've started getting parts in it for. So
Oh, great.
the entire package tray has to be done on that.
Oh, boy.
And then we have the support rails are over here. So this is how much paperwork or metal work's got to be done on this car. So underneath the car, so the body and the pan. So on the pan, it's pretty common to replace the heater channels. I mean on the body, but the support rails don't really usually have to get. But this is what's underneath that. So these have to be replaced also. So pretty much the entire midsection of the whole body has got to be done on that convertible. And there's some other stuff we got to do, but we wait on a couple parts. So that would be this entire thing. So this is your support rail, which is that black pipe, and then your heater channel sits on it. So from here all the way back to there is going to be all new on that bug. So you have to, it sounds easy, but now you have to detach
Well, yeah, the whole
the
thing.
entire car off of all that. And the good news is also on that, this entire inner and outer fender have to be done, and we got the new pieces for that. So really, we'll be able to cut, but back in the back, it's gonna be a little fun to do that. But that's why they bring it to us, so we can do it. They don't do it themselves.
Don't try this at home. Well, go ahead and try it. Why
Yeah.
not? What can you do, you know?
Yeah, so Mr. Hersher's getting painted, and his chassis is still sitting out there on the trailer, and it's almost done. I'm waiting on kingpins and his wheels. He picked wheel colors, and those are his tires. So his wheels are at the powder coater, and they'll come back, and we'll throw those old school Coker tires on the wheels, and then we'll put them on the chassis, and it'll be rolling.
Oh, they look so
Hopefully
skinny.
Yeah, he wanted to go back kind of as original as he could with it.
Huh.
So hopefully everything works out right, and the wheels come back, and we get those mounted, and the kingpin comes back, and we get that rolling, and then he's done with the body, and we put it on it, and then that car goes somewhere, and we figure out what else we're going to do on it, and then this one will go in there next.
Great.
So
All right.
that's
Well,
about all we got going
keeping
on.
things moving and
Mabel's back in the garage. She got aligned, and I think she's done. I think she's ready for you to start driving her soon.
that's exciting. Very cool.
As soon as we get the rain going.
Yeah, that's not happening.
So anyway.
All right, guys, you know what to do.
Bye,
Bye, nice people.